If you enjoy the Low Scale Gaming podcast, please leave us a like, review, and subscribe. Any feedback is welcomed, and I hope you enjoy the show. Hello, and welcome to the Low Scale Gaming podcast, the week of November 14th. I'm your host, Ghostland's Finest. As always, I'm joined by Conan Jones and Inferior Mage. Conan, how you doing today?
I'm alright. We just got done eating dinner and got a couple good laughs in before we started.
Yeah, I think today is going to be a good podcast.
We have a title before we start, which has not happened ever, I don't think.
It's happened before, I think.
Not often.
Anyways, Mage, how are you doing today?
I'm doing dandy.
Dandy?
Just dandy.
Just dandy.
I thought you was about to drop a curse word this early.
It's not unlike Mage. I'm doing good today, though. Like, me and my brother, we went to Texas Roadhouse for dinner. He was all, like, pissy about it, too, because he was like, I don't like Texas and all that sort of stuff, which, I mean, it's okay to not like Texas, you know, but...
He's just doing what he learns from you.
No, he learned that from my dad.
It's a product of his upbringing.
Did he change his tune after y'all were done?
Kind of. I mean, he still didn't really like it, to be honest, but... which I was actually really surprised about. But he got macaroni and cheese.
Their mac and cheese is really good, though.
He wanted macaroni and cheese and mashed potatoes.
And chicken
like,
strips.
No, he tries to get like 2 or 3 entrees at a time, and I'm just like, listen, you can get one entree if you want if you want a hamburger, you can't get macaroni and cheese. He was like, but I want both. It's like, no,
not how it works, bro.
One or the other. And so he wanted macaroni. He said, well, I want to try something new, so I'm going to get macaroni and cheese. I always get a hamburger. Okay, you always get a hamburger because, you know, it's a pretty solid pick, you know? You don't have to worry about you not liking something if you get a hamburger. But so he's all pissy about being there. I posted a picture of it on Facebook. It's pretty funny. I didn't even mean to catch him in that pose. I was just gonna take a nice picture of him, and then he was just sitting there being all crybaby about it. And then I was just like, yeah, this is too good not to take a picture of it and post it. So
I'm going to embarrass you on the internet. Take that.
And you don't even know it. But it was pretty good eats. I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty good eats. I enjoyed it. I actually haven't been in a while. I got a New York strip. That's what I usually get.
It's a good cut. I don't even remember what I normally get. Usually, it depends on how much I want to spend.
I don't remember the last time I went to Texas Roadhouse.
I will say this, and I'm probably about to get flamed for it. Their rolls are not that good.
Yeah, you're wrong.
Their rolls are just like any other regular rolls. They just put a bunch of butter on it.
I don't know, because I literally don't remember the last time I went to Texas Roadhouse. I don't remember anything from Texas Roadhouse, so I don't have a say in this.
I mean, they were okay. The butter was better than the actual burger, or not burger, but
bread.
Better than the actual roll. To be honest, that's what made it good.
I just feel like if you're going to have rolls, you need to have honey butter, because honey butter is just the bomb. It's so good with rolls.
This was like,
it's like a
I don't know what
honey
it
butter.
is.
What'd you say?
It's like a cinnamon honey butter.
Yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. I did like it. That's what made the butter made the roll for me. And then the steak was really good. Steak was pretty good. Except I think the guy heard me say medium well and not medium rare. So my steak was on the more
cooked
tough side. But I'm not gonna it still tasted good, so I'm not gonna throw a fit about it. And You put some A1 sauce on it, and it's still pretty good.
Oh, you're.
What
If
do
it
you
has
like?
the A1 sauce on a steak, it's not a good steak.
No, I mean
That's
like
my rule.
I just like the flavor of A1. Like I even put A1 in my baked potato.
I mean, I put A1 on my baked potato, but that's because I put everything in my baked potato. Like, everything.
I don't put anything on a steak. Like if I put A1 on it, it's not a good steak, and I'm just putting it on there because I want to eat it because I just paid for a steak.
Oh,
That's exactly how I feel.
I thought it was pretty good.
You're wrong.
It's okay. I mean, this.
No, you're wrong.
If this is the lightest argument that we're gonna have on this podcast today, I'm happy with it.
Mage and I both agree you're wrong for the rest of the podcast.
It's okay.
Yep.
I mean, I'm not
Yep.
wrong with OSAA,
Just
so
wrong
that's all
for
that
it.
matters.
Fine.
Or maybe you and OSSA are all wrong.
No, I want to say that I pioneered the change for OSAA. I'm taking that credit.
You protested with all three of your listeners.
Yes, I did. I want to say that I was the voice of change. I was the voice of the voiceless. Anyways, but before
You're the
we're
first
jumping
branch of the
ahead.
tree.
We're jumping ahead. Before we do that, let's go ahead and jump into our fails of the week. Conan Jones, what is your fail of the week?
So my fail of the week this week is that this past week we had domestic violence training, and I was the only male in the entire class. So being the only man in a class that pretty much just spits that men are horrible and beat women, to be the only man in that was really weird. Like, every time they would say something, everybody would turn around and look at me and just be like, oh, is this okay? Is he saying something to offend you? Like, I'm not a womanizer, people. Like, y'all don't have to check with me every time they say something.
They had to check your privilege, Conan. That's what happened.
I guess.
It was like, we got to make sure that this old Conan Jones looking guy isn't. I don't have anything to finish that.
Like, the lady checked with me every time there was another example to make sure my name wasn't the name of the person in the example. And I was
That's
like,
funny.
you can ask me.
That's funny. That's like hyper aware.
Well, like,
Now, when I took that class, like I had 3 other guys with me.
What's
I
the
didn't
class?
feel like
Sorry,
it
I
was
had
man
to,
bashing at all.
what's the class? I'm sorry,
was-
I had to go get my brother his hot fries.
it was domestic violence.
Oh, awesome.
But
Yeah, dude, domestic violence, that's messed up stuff.
Yeah, oh, yeah, I mean, I agree. I've witnessed it.
But like,
Messed up.
I literally had a name tent in front of me with my name on it real big. And it's like, your name's not Keith, is it? And I said, no.
No,
Your name's not Joe, is it? I'm like, no.
It literally says Conan Jones right here.
Right here. Like, you don't have to keep asking me.
You know, it'd be funny. The time she doesn't check, and she's just like, in this next case, Conan Jones decapitated his wife. Wait a minute.
Oh, hold up.
Well, this is oddly specific. What
Yeah.
kind of name is Conan?
So yeah, that's my fail. Not much, not a horrible fail. So
Well, I'll go. Well, both of ours are actually really spicy for fails of the week.
Yeah, mine's an interesting story.
Okay, I'll let you go last then. Mine. So on Tuesday, I had to go to the hospital. I started new like medicine last week, and I was taking it. Everything was fine. It's been working because I've been getting results. Anyways, the Monday evening going into Tuesday morning, I was just like really dizzy and the world was like spinning. And like I had the feeling that I was drunk, but I haven't drank since March. And I was like, this feels really weird. Like I wasn't in any pain. I had like a little headache, but it wasn't like anything uncomfortable. It was just like I felt weird. So get to the hospital. I called the head. I told my doctor what was going on. Anyway, got checked out. I got there about 9:30. It was out by 1:30. Um, ran a bunch of tests on me. Got an X-ray. I was sitting there chit chatting with nurses when they come and see me, and then I took a nap because I was sitting in that room like for an hour just by myself while I was getting my test results done with my blood work and my X-ray. I mean, nothing. I mean, I was fine other than I was like, "Oh, you're kind of fat." What?
Kinda.
It's like, no way.
Crazy.
But I'm okay. I was just then like I still went back to work, or I had after school rehearsal still with my kids.
What did they say? Anything? Did they find out what was wrong?
No, they just said. Well, they said so. It's blood pressure medicine I was taking, and what they thought was happening was that my blood pressure was going too low because of the medicine. But what had happened was my blood pressure was at like the good normal rate it should be. It was like 130 something over 80. Like it was a little high on the high, like not high number, but the bottom number was exactly where it should have been at. And since my body's been used to having high blood pressure, it's coming down, and it's not used to it, and that's what happened.
It didn't know how to handle normal pressures.
Yeah, so that's what happened. But I'm okay now.
Okay. You kind of ghosted everybody. Like everybody.
I did.
I had people.
Yeah, I saw the picture and I was just like, "The hell!"
I had people
Because there was
texting
like
me.
no explanation. He was just like, "Well,
Wait. Was there really people texting you?
I literally had 3 people text me, ask if you were okay. Like, what's going
Who?
on with Ghost? He won't say anything.
Who was it?
I know Gohu sent me something.
Okay.
My mom sent me something.
Okay.
Let me see.
That's fun. I even ghosted. Your wife sent me a message or a Snapchat, and I just kind of looked at it.
That was the other one.
Okay, and I looked at it, and I'm just like, I'm okay, but then I didn't send it back because I went to sleep.
Yeah, I sent you like 3 times. Just like, what's going on? Just send me a snap of you in the hospital. Like, I'm in the emergency room. Ha ha ha. I was like, dude, what the hell? And it's like, oh, suck, go away. I'm not going to talk to you until tomorrow.
To be honest, I was kind of embarrassed by it. That's why I didn't want to. I was like, I don't like being on medicine, and I don't like it having this sort of effect on me. So, I mean, I was kind of embarrassed by it, but then I was embarrassed by it after I posted it. Posting it at first, I was just like, "Oh, this is okay. No big problem. Whatever. I don't care. It's whatever. Just keeping people updated on my life or whatever." And then I posted it, and I was just like, "Wait, makes me look really dumb."
Yeah,
I don't know. It's where my mind went. So then I didn't want to say anything to anybody.
Yeah. As soon as you post something, everybody freaks out. It's like, oh my god, what's going on? Are you okay?
Because there's sometimes where my post will get like maybe 1 like. And I'm just like, oh, cool. Thanks for doing that 1 like, Andy. I appreciate it. And then there's sometimes where I just get like everybody saying something. And my luck that time is everybody saying something. I'm just like, man, I don't want to talk about this. Just leave me alone.
I just assumed you had a heart attack, so I didn't text you.
Thanks for assuming the worst. I appreciate that, man.
Oh, he's just about to die. That's fine.
He's fine. Just a text is fine, or not. He'll be fine. Hopefully, he leaves me something in the will.
I just assume we'll talk about it Thursday.
Yeah. We'll fight about it whenever we record.
You know that's a safe bet right there. We'll talk about it Thursday.
That's funny.
But usually we will.
And he was right.
I mean, everything major in my life I've talked about on this podcast. I even came on this podcast the day when I buried my dad. You remember that?
I do.
I know we just took a hard turn, I mean, like a hard brakes are skipping. We took a turn like the Avenger did, except this time we're still going forward.
Okay.
That's Conan's old car.
I was thinking like maybe it was like some kind of plane, and I was thinking you were referencing something bad.
Oh, well, I am referencing something bad.
That's when I.
But I was thinking like catastrophic bad, because sometimes you throw those jokes in.
That was catastrophic bad.
Well,
But like I'm talking like multiple casualties bad.
Oh, okay. No, we didn't get that far. Conan Jones flipped his Avenger.
I remember that now. I just forgot that we called it the Avenger.
No, we didn't call it that. That was the brand it was. It was or the model it was.
Oh. You don't pay attention. I didn't pay attention to the models of cars till like
The Dodge
year.
Avenger's the knockoff Charger, pretty much.
and it's the baby Charger.
The baby Charger.
But I mean, it was still a cool car. I'm not gonna lie. I love that car.
I did
It was a
too.
good car.
I misses
Dude,
it.
Dodge Chargers look legit.
They do. I like Dodge Charger. I like Dodge cars. They're pretty nice. Dodge cars and Chevy cars are really good. I could care less about Fords though.
I used to be a big Ford guy, just because I like the Escape, and I like the Focus. I like the Ford Focus. But, I mean, those are just regular sedans and everything. I'm not a huge fan of the Mustang. I think the Mustangs have.
Yeah, I don't like the Mustang at all. Mustang looks stupid.
So
But
overrated.
like I don't know. Someday I think I'll go to like a police auction when they're auctioning off one of their old Dodge Chargers or something. I'll be like, I'm gonna get that.
And keep the floodlight on the side there, or the spotlight on the side there. Just
Hell
to be that
yeah.
guy.
Don't even change the color. Like, people are gonna think that I'm the police.
You're an awful person. I hope you know that.
You just have to rip the letters off of it.
Yeah, I just have to rip the letters off of it.
If it is white and black though, I think you're given like 30 days to like change it though, I think. Or you get written up.
I saw a dude driving an old police Dodge Charger because it had like the little mirror and everything like the police had, and like I legit thought it was a police officer because it was stark black, like just straight black, like some of the like undercover cops would have.
Yeah.
And then I drove next to it, and it's just like this big old neck bearded dude.
That's the worst.
And I was like, oh, this guy.
This guy.
All right, Mage. Let's hear your fail of the week.
So Monday was Veterans Day, and I was enjoying my Veterans Day. Like, I didn't get up to like 10.
Mm-hmm.
I was doing. I actually went to the gym that day and everything, so I was actually slightly productive. And I was cleaning my house, and I get this text from my mom, and it just says, "I'm Darth Vader," and it shows her a picture in the ER with a mask, with an oxygen mask on her face.
I'm laughing because of the caption of the picture.
She's
Not
like,
because
"I'm
your
Darth
mom-
Vader,"
Not because
and
your
she has
mom's
an oxygen mask on her face, and I was like, "What the hell happened?"
She's looking at you. She's like, Mage, I am your mother.
So my mom went to the ER because she had a massive asthma attack.
Damn.
Ooh.
And she came home on Tuesday, and I was at work and everything else like that.
Yeah.
And she was coughing like real bad.
It's coughing like a chain smoker.
Yeah, like, but they had said that she didn't have any fluid in her lungs or anything like that. Like, it wasn't pneumonia when she went to the ER.
Yeah.
But she was coughing like she had some kind of infection in her lung on Tuesday. And at 2 a.m. on Wednesday, she coughed so hard that it woke me up. and I was just like, "Mom, we're going to go to the hospital."
Yeah.
First thing in the morning. We can't afford it. We can't afford an ER, but we'll go to the hospital first thing in the morning.
Well, you get no urgent care, but
well, I mean, yeah, and I didn't like. I couldn't go back to sleep because she was coughing so hard
it's
the
like, hey,
entire night. I was
You just
I
like,
was
hey,
awake.
some of us have work in the morning. Take it outside, lady.
Well, I was worried that like her lung would collapse or something. She was coughing that bad.
Yeah.
And so I took her to urgent care, and lo and behold, she had an infection in her lung that must have just developed right after the ER. Or the people at the ER were just garbage.
Yeah.
One of the two, whatever. I mean, she got like a steroid shot and an antibiotic shot, and she got meds and everything. She sounded much better now, but like, Jesus, just like waking up to that, or just seeing that text out of nowhere. I'm Darth Vader. Thanks, Mom.
I'm Darth Vader. That's pretty funny.
Glad she's doing better though. That could have been bad.
That could have been real bad. I was worried it was going to get real bad.
No. Yeah, I'm glad she's doing better, man.
Yeah, I'm
right.
glad too. But it was kind of scary.
I can imagine.
Let's go ahead and jump into topic 1. The reason why everyone's here today. The OSAA has finally realized that I am right. I want to take sole responsibility in leading this movement. Finally, if you remember from last season's episode, was it episode 46, I think?
Let me scroll back up. You guys were fighting since I said something.
Was it all the way to last season?
Yeah, it was last season.
Yeah.
We talked about it a year ago.
We talked about it in March.
Episode 46.
Episode 46 last year. Okay. We talked about fighting, or we got to a pretty heated argument.
It was a solid 30 minutes.
Yeah, it was a solid 30 minutes of pieces being memorized for state contest, and how I thought it didn't add anything to the contest at all, other than adding an unnecessary difficult step. Oh, the OSAA today sent down an email to all directors. I'm going to read it word for word, just so I can be more right. Where you at, Matt, Mike, from whatever Plunkett? Where you at? Oh, I can't find it. I had it. Wait. What email are you in? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's the wrong email. Okay. It's like, the purpose of this email is to remind all directors to consider entering your students in district solo ensemble, blah, blah, blah. There has been a pretty significant change in the instrumental solo rules this year. So vocal is still the same, but that one I can understand. Allowing instrumental soloists to use their music at both district and state level without penalty. Penalty? Oh my god!
You're too excited.
I know I am. So that being said, that you do not have to have your music memorized anymore,
Anywhere.
which is such a great decision and a victory on my part. The good guys won finally. It's a good thing for this reason alone, that it adds nothing to it, to being memorized, other than an unnecessary difficult step. More kids now get to experience going to state because of this now. And I know the first thing Mage is going to be like, should everyone actually get to go to state? And my answer to that is everyone should at least have a fighting chance to. And now the smaller schools get to have a fighting chance to do it.
Did they not before?
No, they didn't before. Because one of the things that we said in there that we all agreed to is that the bigger schools have more resources to pour into their kids.
I mean, that's true, but I was in a small school and I went to state every year.
Did you go to state in 9th grade?
No, because you're not allowed to go to state in 9th grade.
Really? You're not?
It's only the last 3 years.
Oh. So do I take my kids? Do I take my 9th grade kids to middle school solo ensemble then?
No, you still go to high school because high school is still 9 through 12, but all
So
state.
what if they get ones at there?
Awesome, congratulations. But there's nothing to move forward to for them.
That's stupid.
I kind of agree with that.
That's stupid as hell.
It's an old school thing where middle school was 7th through 9th, and high school was 10th through 12th, and elementary went up to 6th grade. But that's not a lot of schools do that anymore. So I kind of agree with you on that one, Ghost. That 9th grade should go to state, especially if they make a 1.
If they make a 1 and they're getting judged to a high school level, they should go to man. All right.
No, I'm with you on that one.
We're beginning another movement today, folks.
I would
should go to state if they get a 1 at content. If they're getting judged the same level from a 9th grader to a senior, if they get a 1, they should go to state.
I don't think you would get much resistance from that one.
All right, let's start the petition right now. How do you make a petition? How do you spell petition?
P-A-T-E-T-T-L.
I'm kidding. I don't care. But
P-E-T? I thought it was P-E-T.
I just want to point out that in our last podcast that we talked about this, and lots of episodes ago, Mage was strictly on the side of having it memorized. Said that it would never change.
Did I say it would never change?
Yes, I listened to it today.
I did not hear him say it would never change.
Do you need to? I can find the exact moment if you want.
No, go ahead. I mean, I'll stand by what I said. I'll accept being wrong on the it will never change part. I do still think it should be memorized. So March was a long time ago, and I kind of see where OSSA is coming from, because I think a lot of directors were kind of wanting that anyway. I don't agree with it not being memorized at state.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I think it should be memorized at state. And I'd go on record twice for saying that. I agree that it should be memorized at state. I fully, that was the compromise I made with the union, and we still fought about it. That if you can memorize it by state, why can't you memorize it by district? Is what you said to me, or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll stand by it. I stand by what I said. If you can memorize it by state, why can't you memorize it at district? I mean, state's not that far away.
I think this is a good change. I do agree with that, though, that you should still have it memorized by state. But they also did away with the advanced repertoire sheet. Yeah. I meant to say that too. I forgot that's the other half of that.
So I mean, if everything, you can use music for
I'm
anything.
Okay with that.
Yeah. There's no longer advanced repertoire list, and we will no longer have a multi-movement rule. I don't know what the multi-movement rule was.
If you did a multi-movement piece, even if it's an easier piece and not on the advanced rep list, you could use your music for it.
So I'll go on record, and I say that I hate the students that use multi-movements, because it's a contest. There's a lot of kids trying to go through. You got a 30-minute piece you're playing. You need to chill out and play like maybe 2 of those.
Wait, you could have gotten away with it if you did a multi-movement piece?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I hated those kids that did multi-movement pieces. I thought it was dumb.
I didn't know that.
But usually for it to count as a movement.
Just like one movement?
No, they'll play the entire piece, like 3 or 4 movements.
Okay, say I played Emmett's Lullaby. That's 2 movements. Would that pass for it since it's multi-movement?
It depends. I think it depends on how long it is. Because you can play Aaron Beret, which is technically 2 movements, but you have to have that memorized. So I'm not really completely sure how that works.
I guess it doesn't really matter anymore.
Yeah.
It was dumb. I will say that was a dumb rule anyway. And I think the advanced repertoire sheet, I'm glad that it's gone, because now kids have more freedom to choose which solo they want to play.
Yeah, exactly.
And not have to worry about that. I will say one thing about it not being memorized at the regional level. I think that will get more kids willing to do it.
That's what I'm excited about. Is that
I think participation in band contests is a big thing on improving band as a unit.
That's exactly what I told my kids, is that like this is to help build your individual skill to make the ensemble sound better.
It's like when an athlete makes like all-state or whatever.
Yeah,
like that's an honor, and they train hard for that, and they earned it. So when a band kid does solo and ensemble, like that kept me going in band. Like I enjoyed band, I loved playing the tuba in band and everything else like that. But I really loved that competition because I would win stuff, and I worked hard for those wins. I mean, building that participation, I think, is really important.
I think since you're not having to have it memorized for stuff, and like there was no incentive to play challenging pieces, because if I'm going to play something hard, it's not on the advanced rep list hard, but I still have to have it memorized the same way as if I just went in and did Mary Had a Little Lamb. Like, it's the same requirement. So hopefully now that you can use your music no matter what skill level you're at, you can then justifiably push the performance level for whatever music you've got. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I still think it's dumb, but...
See, I don't know if I'm going to push my kids too much, though, especially with the majority of them being... Because I have 5 kids I'm taking. Four of them are freshmen.
Because, I mean, you're kind of in a weird spot where it doesn't really affect you a whole lot because your kids aren't used to going in the first place. So,
yeah.
So it's if you were at a more developed program...
No, that's what I'm trying to get to, is a more developed program.
Yeah, exactly. So
also, I didn't tell you all this because I just found this out today. There's a very likely possibility that we're getting at least middle school football started next year.
At your school?
Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fun for your kid.
Yeah, that's the big. If they did get that started, that's a big selling point for me.
Would they do 6-man or 11?
You mean 8-man?
I mean, I think I've seen 6-man. There were some schools in
Not
Texas.
In Oklahoma.
So there were some schools in Texas who did 6, I think.
I was saying there's 8-man and then there's 8-man and 11-man.
I feel like if your town is small enough where you can do 6-man football, you should just combine your town with another school district.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I don't think you're getting any support by anybody,
Mm-hmm.
money-wise at least.
But the thing is, hey, we're getting off topic because I could sit here and talk about the football thing here for a little bit, but I think this is a good change, and I honestly thought we were going to come in this arguing a lot more, but I'm a lot calmer than what I was then when I was like ready to go. I was ready to like record the podcast right then and there. Like,
I was also purposely pushing your buttons because I knew that would make you upset.
I wasn't getting upset. I was just ready to go. Like,
got to get you fired up.
I was fired up and ready to go, man. I was just like, let's go. This is gonna be good. There's not gonna be another episode recorded after this. This is the end of the podcast. Let's go.
This is where it dies.
This is the hill I die on.
The podcast.
But I'm actually feeling a lot better. I'll get into why I'm feeling a lot better because I don't want to talk about it on the podcast. But things are going okay for me now, a little bit, anyways.
I'm not gonna lie though, my throat also kind of hurts right now, which might be why I'm not talking more.
Yeah, it's okay. You already admitted you were wrong, and that was my goal for this podcast. So that's fine.
I didn't admit I was wrong.
Yes, you did.
No, I said that I stand by what I said, but I can see their point of view. That's not admitting
You said you were wrong.
Nope. Definitely did not say I was wrong.
Yes, you did. You said you were wrong. It was like 10 minutes. Conan, there's not an edit yet. Do not take anything out of this podcast yet.
I mean, I'm not editing
Conan,
it
if I
as
said
we
I was
go.
wrong, I want you to edit it out.
No, do
If
not.
I said I was wrong, I want you to edit it out when you upload it. So
Do not edit out him being wrong.
Are we about to take a pause? Well, I guess I can't go back and listen unless I stop it.
No, we're not taking a pause.
I really don't remember where I said I was wrong.
I'm like 95% sure it was like 10 minutes, a 10-minute go or something like that.
I don't know, maybe. Are you sure it's not just something that you wanted to hear, so you thought you heard it?
It's probably part of that too. I'll admit that, but all right, let's go ahead and jump into topic 2. Pokemon's is coming out tomorrow. Well, but I guess it'll be Pokemon comes out Friday, which is tomorrow for us right now. But you guys in the future, living in the past, I don't know how that works. Anyways,
Depends if Conan forgets to upload this podcast.
if Conan forgets to upload this, then this might be a week later. You know
how it goes.
Lord knows when this is actually going up. We just kind of roll the dice and hope for the best here.
Whatever I want to do.
It's whatever Conan Jones feels like doing. But anyways, Pokemon comes out tomorrow. Not looking too good right now. It has the lowest scores of a Pokemon game ever right now. And I think it's sitting at like an 80 on Metacritic. Which an 80 is still pretty good.
But not for a Pokemon game.
But I don't know. I want to get it. It does have some controversy. Are you gonna get it?
I don't know. I can.
Which one are you gonna get? Because I wanted to get Sword.
I don't know. I usually look at the box art and which one I liked more. Before
I always get the blue version. That's the thing. Every single Pokemon game I've gotten like the blue version. I got Pokemon Blue. I got Pokemon Silver because it was the closest thing to blue. I got what was it for? I got Sapphire. I got Diamond.
So I always pick the red version. So I got the exact opposite. I did red. I did do silver. I didn't do gold. I did do silver.
Yeah.
I did sapphire. No, not sapphire. Ruby. I did pearl.
I did black. I don't know if you did black.
No, I did white.
Okay. And then I got X instead of Y.
I don't remember which one I got on that one. But that was the last Pokemon game I played, was on the X and Y generation.
Yeah. I bought Sun and Moon. I did not like the Moon at all. It was like too much. It was too hand-holdy. And I was just like, yeah, this one ain't for me, man.
So what is the controversy behind Sword and Shield for Mr.
So
Mr.
the
Jones?
big controversy with it is that they took out the National Pokedex, which the National Pokedex it has every Pokemon in it from number 1 to whatever it is now. I think it's almost to 1,000, isn't it? How many Pokemon are there with Sword and Shield? Okay, that's not
what I wanted.
So there's 807 Pokemon, and then counting the 80 something with this. So there's almost 900 Pokemon now in total, but they're not there. I think the Pokédex in this in the Galos region, which is the new region in Sword and Shield, only has I think 400. I think so. It has more than half of all the Pokemon are gone, and also a lot of like the Gen 1 Pokemon that we figured everyone they'd be safe are not safe, including my favorite Pokemon, Cubo. So I'm pretty bummed out about it.
But that's not the only controversy part about that. So the deal was that not having the universal Pokedex with all the Pokemon on it, people were pretty upset about that. But Game Freak stated that the reason they did that was because they had to create new 3D models for all the Pokemon because it's on console. But that was
here
a
we
lie.
go.
Because that was a lie because they did a data mine and they found out that the 3D models that are on the Pokemon game are the exact same models as the 3DS game.
Yeah,
So
from Sun and Moon.
There was no change whatsoever to the Pokemon. So
I forgot about that.
So not only did they get rid of the Universal Pokedex, but they lied about the reason why they got rid of the Universal Pokedex. And so people are upset.
Yeah, I want to get it because to be honest, that's the reason why I bought the Switch, is to play the Pokemon game. But then I don't want to contribute to a toxic a toxic gaming company with lying to their people, and because then they're just gonna be like, oh, we can still feed this to people, and they'll still buy it. Oh, people are sheep, But am I probably gonna buy it?
That's the real question.
You're like a Madden.
What?
So you're like a Madden addict. Madden 2020. Well, I better get it, even though it's the exact same game as it was last year.
I mean, I got that for my brother. My brother, he likes those games, so I'm not gonna give him the next one though. Probably he could just be cool with that one. I'll be like, hey, this is the new one. Look, it's 2020. What year is it?
Can we talk about NCAA stuff coming back possibly next week?
Well,
God, I hope not.
That's fine. God,
I hate the NCAA.
Oh, but those were the good football games. Madden was garbage. NCAA are great games.
Madden 06 was my bread and butter, man.
Dude, NCAA 08 was my game.
8 and 12 were the best ones.
Okay, I played 8 on PlayStation 3. Or no, wait, that was PlayStation. No, it was PlayStation 3. I played that on PlayStation 3
was out for a while.
And I played that on PSP as well. Like, I took that game with me everywhere. The reason why I like that game so much is because on the PSP version, you could run the wishbone. And that's why I played it. Because I love the wishbone option.
I just like playing the game to fake punt pass it on 4th in my own 20.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Living life on the edge. That's
fake
what
and like the answer is like, it's a fake. Oh my god, it cracks me up every time. Because he'll always say that.
It's a fake.
It's a fake.
Oh man, yeah, those games are my jam.
They are good games, but
I just think the NCAA itself, because it's an evil corporation that has a monopoly over college players. But that's
I agree.
College athletes is a child labor scheme.
No, let's not going there. No, this isn't DCI. I'm still salty about that I believe that DCI is child labor.
I feel like it kind of is, but I think the NCAA is much worse.
You think? No,
because the athletes get hurt, and then the NCAA has real weird restrictions on what kind of care they can get for injuries.
Really?
Yeah, but every Class A school or Division I school has trained personnel on staff though to fix
right.
it.
But if they get a season-ending or they get a career-ending injury, then they can get their scholarship dropped. And if they get their scholarship dropped, then they won't provide medical care.
Oh.
But there's also stuff where they cannot receive any kind of money from any outside source if they receive a scholarship from the school. So like right. So there was a Alabama defensive lineman, or no, I think he was a defensive back. He was one of the best players in the defense for Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
He took out a small loan and paid it back.
You're thinking of Ohio State, not Alabama.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
But he took out a small loan, paid it back. But because he took out that small loan, he's barred from playing.
He's barred from playing for 2 games. He'll be back for the Penn State game and the Michigan game.
But I mean, it's just like there's a bunch of rules that are just dumb.
I agree, though. That's a dumb rule, and it's not even like he took a loan out from like a family friend. It's not like he like got like one of the boosters or whatever to give him the loan.
But there was also like
there's another
an old
one
OU coach that bought a plane ticket for one of his athletes because his mom was in the hospital.
Yeah,
and that was considered giving a diff, so that coach had to resign.
I forgot about that. I don't remember the coach, but I remember that. I don't think it was at OU though.
Oh, I thought it was OU, but that's a real story, and those rules haven't changed at all.
Yeah, it's really. I agree. I mean, I'm agree fully. The NCAA is a bunch of,
and not to mention like their ranking stuff. And like just the game itself, like how they do rankings is ridiculous. It's just like pretty much a popularity contest rather than how good the teams are.
Because Alabama's like ranked number 5 right now after losing to
LSU.
It's LSU.
But Clemson was like ranked 6th or something, and they were undefeated. Like they didn't do anything to be ranked so low, and they were the playoff. They were the national champions last year. Like.
Yeah, but Clemson doesn't play anybody good.
Well, okay.
Neither does.
I mean, but that's
they don't. They're in a bad division, and they don't play anybody good. Their out of conference schedule is not that really good, so I can understand kicking them to the curb.
Okay,
Alabama also doesn't play a good out of conference schedule, but they're in the SEC.
Right,
and it's Alabama.
So the SEC always gets favoritism.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And it's like it doesn't matter. Like it shouldn't matter who you play. Like I'm sorry that not the other colleges aren't good this year. Like so the Big 12. Arguably, the Big 12 is a little bit more competitive this year than it has been.
Yeah, it's pretty good this year. I think 4 or 5 out of the 10 teams are in the top 25.
Yeah, I mean, arguably the Big 12 is a decent contender this year. Even Kansas has stepped up its game. But that being said, like if you go undefeated, I feel like you should make the playoffs.
I agree. I think you know what what would completely fix this remedy though? Completely 100% fix this remedy. 8-man playoff or 8-team playoff.
Oh, I agree. I think
100. We wouldn't have any arguments about that. If you win your division, automatically in. That's 5 Power 5 conferences that automatically get in, no matter what. And then there's 3 at-large bids. So if you don't win your division, you don't have an excuse to get in. Okay,
I know that's great, and that would give like the people that love UCLA, who are like undefeated for years and never got into a playoff.
It gives
that
them
would
a
appease
chance.
them.
You mean UCF?
Yeah, UCF. I apologize, UCF.
It's okay.
I don't care about them, but I know that their fans complain a lot.
Yeah. Alabama. And then I lost to Tulsa the other day.
Yeah.
Damn Josh Heupel went to go coach there, and look at what happened. He ran their offense into the ground. Like he did here. God damn you, Josh Heupel. And if you're listening to this, Landry Jones, God damn you too.
What does Landry do now?
I hate you.
What does Landry do now?
Hopefully he's selling ACs back home. Because I hate him.
Okay, so you don't know.
I have no idea. I have a strong hatred for Landry Jones because he is a garbage quarterback. Absolute trash fire of a quarterback.
I'm pretty sure he's in the NFL.
And I had to deal with him for like what felt like 15 years of him being a quarterback. I think it was 5 years, though.
He played with the Steelers. Now he plays for the Dallas Renegades of the XFL.
That's right. He's playing
with Stoops.
He's in
again.
the XFL under Bob Stoops.
Bob Mike Stoops.
No one wants Mike Stoops, and Mike Stoops should never get a job.
So he's with the Steelers
It's Bob.
from 13 to 18.
Now Mason Rudolph's with the Steelers. He's taking over Big Ben.
Yeah, Landry Jones played from 2009 to 2012. God, I hate him. Those are by far the worst years of OU football.
Is Landry the one that took over after Bradford got hurt?
Yes.
Yeah, he's the one that came after Bradford.
When was Trevor Knight? Was he after Landry?
Trevor Knight was after Landry Jones.
Okay.
And then Baker, right?
And then Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, Baker, Kyler, Jalen. I wish I could remember like useful things and not OU quarterbacks for the last 10 years.
Right? Dude.
Too invested in our college football. We don't have an NFL team, so that's who we root for.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Exactly right.
We should get the Chargers.
No.
I want
if we're going to get an NFL team, can we at least get a decent one? No.
The Chargers are okay. Philip Rivers is all right.
No, he's not. He's a bag of bones.
I like
bag
Phillip
of
Rivers.
bones.
He's a bag of bones.
I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes, like I've watched some Chargers games, and like some of those games, it feels like Phillip Rivers is like the only person playing out there. like I think it was last year's playoffs when like the Chargers just got destroyed on the wild card game or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And like his whole team just basically gave up. And Philip Rivers is over there just like yelling at his team because he's like, I am getting no help whatsoever. I legitimately felt bad for him because like his whole team just like was not there. Like there's like, nope, we give up.
We changed from a gaming podcast to sports.
Yeah, sorry, I brought up like the NCAA game and we kind of derailed real bad.
Yeah, we derailed quickly.
To be fair, that was a decent segue though. Like we talked about,
like we derailed from talking about Pokemon to me hating Landry Jones in what felt like an instant. God, I hate Landry. All right, we're playing the Hitler game again.
From Landry Jones.
Yes, with Landry Jones.
Oh, all right. You're already there.
Personal life. Let's see this. 1, because I'm clicking on Christian. Let's see. Did we ever figure out if it's cheating or not if I do Control F?
Mage said it was cheating, but
Mage doesn't. I don't care.
I just figured for the sake of an audio podcast, it would go a little quicker.
Exactly. Thank you. So we're at 1 click. We are now at where's it at? 2 clicks. We are now at oops. We were almost at 3 clicks. Three clicks. Four clicks. Five clicks. And we're going to get here because I clicked on Germany. And we are at 6 clicks. He is 6 clicks away from Hitler. Landry Jones is the Antichrist.
Can't confirm.
666.
All things considered, I think that was one of the longer times it took you to get to Hitler.
It took long so we could be the number of the beast. Landry Jones is the Antichrist. Can't confirm it. Here on this podcast.
Can't confirm.
Heard it here first, folks.
You just don't understand. Okay. If you watched OU football from when Sam Bradford got hurt to when Trevor Knight was quarterback, those 5 years was the most mediocre quarterback play at a 5-star university. And Landry Jones is just the captain of the mediocre ship.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
I hate Landry Jones.
I was unaware.
I hate him. Okay? I hate him.
I hate him.
Him and Josh Heupel. I'm glad Josh Heupel won a national championship in 2000. But he's a bag of bones, too. And he ran UCF down to the ground.
He's a bag of bones.
They're all gone. Good riddance.
Anyways. All right.
Hello, blood
Let's go ahead and
pressure.
jump into topic 3 before
I've
my
missed
blood pressure
you.
goes up.
It's already there.
Conan, what you been playing this week?
Oh, man. Sorry. I just cracked myself up with that. Actually, I played something new. It was called Cube, I think is what it was called. It was a free game on Epic a while back, and I was like, oh, I'm going to snag it because it's the free game. But
Yeah.
I just installed it the other day. I'm going to open Epic real fast to double check the name. Okay, I can't read what that says. Go to library. Yeah, QUBE2. So what it is, it's pretty much like Portal, that it's kind of level platformer, not platformer, but puzzle solving, but you use cubes, and you have this little arm gadget thing that you have different colored cubes on the squares on the wall that then do different things. You have one that like poops out a little green square, and you have one that's like a bouncy square, and you have one that like comes out of the wall and you can use it as staircases. And
Okay.
I've played about like 45 minutes of it before dinner the other night. And it's not bad. It looks real good. But I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. Like, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Well, no, I hate puzzle games.
I also started another game called Everything, which was also a free Epic game.
Okay.
So it's...
Does it have everything in it?
Ooh. It does. So, like, you can be everything. So...
Can you be a Jehovah's Witness?
Well, you start out as a mountain lion. So you're, like, roaming around, and you find other mountain lions, and you kind of make a pack, and you're, like...
Can you make a one-man wolf pack?
You can be a one-man wolf pack.
Hell yeah.
But, like, the game, the way that you move, you start out as this mountain lion, and instead of, like, animating an animal walking, it just, like, does a somersault. So imagine if you had, like, a child's toy, like a McDonald's toy of a lion, and you just somersaulted it, and nothing actually moves except its whole body. That's
Is this like in beta testing or something?
No, I think that's just one of the part of the stupid charm of it. Like, and it just tumbles as you're moving, and then you make a pack of your different animals, and then everything just kind of tumbles and rolls like that. And I was just like, this is ridiculous, and I can kind of dig it.
You never answered my question though.
So you can
Can
shrink.
you be a Jehovah's Witness?
There, I haven't found any people yet. It's like
So the game lies.
You can shrink down to be like microscopic, and then you can like zoom all the way out and be a galaxy. And then I kind of hit a weird loophole where you go too big, and then you're in space, and then it's like, oh, you're a molecule now, and you just kind of start over in that infinite loop kind of thing. It was weird.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, so you can just like endlessly keep coming in and out of your zooming. But yeah, something new.
Well, that's cool.
Proud of me.
Mage, what have you been playing this?
I really haven't played anything. I've watched a little bit of Death Stranding.
How is it? Because I've still heard like mixed reviews on it, but then I also heard that Hideo Kojima said that Americans don't understand his game.
Well, Hideo Kojima is also a freak of nature. Hideo Kojima games, the way I look at it is like gameplay's okay, but you really play it for the story. Because the story's super out of this world and mind trippy. And that's definitely how this game is so far, from what I've seen. I think I'm just going to go watch like a game movie and watch all the cutscenes because I think that's mainly going to be it.
I've been doing that lately. That's pretty cool to do that. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of just like have it like sitting there just watching it while you're playing something. I know it's weird, but I like sitting there watching like a video game movie like that and just like playing a game like especially like with like Final Fantasy. That one's fun to do.
No, I agree. I like watching the game movies or whatever. There's this YouTube channel called Gamers Little Playground, and that's all they do is they play.
Yeah, that's exactly what I watch as well.
Oh, look at that!
I love it. Weird. This is weird that I came to this podcast expecting to end in a bloodbath, and we just like got closer.
You just became best friends, and you're gonna go do karate in the garage.
Conan Jones got replaced.
Did you say we're gonna do cocaine in the garage?
Karate.
No, do karate in the garage. Get mine out together.
I mean, I'm not gonna judge. You can do what you want, but
Mage, that's all you. I get drug tested.
No, that's what I was like. What? What did you say?
You heard it here first. Mage does.
Can confirm. Mage does cocaine in the garage.
Only a little bit.
In moderation.
I microdose. Okay, it's called microdosing, and it's supposed to open up your brain.
God,
it's like Bradley Cooper in that movie.
And I only microdose LSD.
All right. Anyway, so like I told y'all, I bought that Switch, and I've been playing Breath of the Wild. It's pretty fun. I like it. It took me a little bit to get into it because I didn't like the beginning because it just kind of throws you in this open world, and then just tells you go and adventuring. Which I agree, that's what a Zelda game is going out and adventuring the world and not getting your hand held. But I guess I just got accustomed to games telling me what to do with going here and doing this, that it kind of threw me for a loop for a little bit. Basically, the best way I could compare Breath of the Wild is it's a third-person Skyrim. And that's a good that's a good thing. My other bugaboo about it is like, do not understand the weapon system yet, because you like pick up random weapons and fight with it and they break. And it seemed like right now I'm like, before I got on the podcast, I was going into an area and I only had like a club that was about to break, and that's it.
I think you get like a master sword sometime and that doesn't break. But
yeah, well, I don't know when, but I mean, I'm not complaining. It's fun.
True or not?
But yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into our wins of the week. Inferior Mage, what is your win of the week?
So tomorrow is my payday.
Dude, I'm so excited for payday.
I am too. I kind of overspent this month.
Same.
I'm not like. I actually, technically, I guess from history, my bank account still looks pretty good because I still got like $200.
Mm.
But I usually don't spend that much in a month. So I'm like, what did I do? So I was like, well, payday's coming in, so I'm happy. Happy money's coming.
That's good. Conan Jones, what is your win of the week?
I'm done with my training. Yeah.
Yay!
I got 2 cases today that they transferred over from other people in the office, so I'll get to go out and work on those tomorrow. Then I should get like actual cases that I have to start either end of next week or the week after. So it's about
Look at you
time.
go, Mr. Jones.
Now, don't jinx it, so I don't have to take another test.
All right. Conan Jones has to go pass his CDL test again.
Don't you
before
put
he
that
could go
evil
before
on
he
me.
could go helping out kids.
Yeah.
What is just one nightmare after another.
Right.
All right. So my win of the week this week is we had our Veterans Assembly on Wednesday, and went pretty good. I'm pretty happy with it. My kids sound pretty good. There's one part where we messed up pretty bad, but I'm the only one that noticed. And I told the kids, I was like, "Hey, we messed up. It sounded really bad here, but everything else was good." Like I told them, I'm not going to lie to them. I'll be honest with them always. So I'll tell them when they're doing good, and I'll tell them when they're doing bad. But we did pretty good. I'm happy with it. We had a good performance on Wednesday, and then also I got the last piece of big furniture for my living room. So my living room is like completely set now.
Heck yeah.
So is that picture that you posted like your setup living room?
No. Well, I have to post another picture pretty soon. But I got a chair too. I bought it from Conan's mom.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
My brother delivered it to his house.
Yeah, his brother delivered it to my house. It's not delivery. It's the Conan.
It's Conan's brother. So Saturday or Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday was his birthday. So everybody's posting on Facebook. He's got that big old beard now.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that too. I was like, who is this mountain man that's like...
I was giving him crap about it. He was like, well, I haven't shaved since rehab. And I was like, oh, crap. Yeah, that was like 2 years ago, dude. And he was like, yeah, I haven't shaved it off since then. But one of his friends he was friends with whenever I was still in town had posted his picture, and then they're just like making fun of his beard. He was just like, I only drink craft beers. I don't drink... I need your local IPAs. And they were just going back and forth with him being a hipster with his beard, and it was really funny.
You know what you kind of reminded me of? You remember that episode of Family Guy whenever Peter grows out that beard and he has like a bird's nest living in it and like the birds are endangered?
Yeah.
That's totally what I thought with your brother. But I didn't want to be mean and comment on his beard after he brought that chair to me.
Yeah.
So I just kept it to myself and chuckled.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, I'm a good person. I'm a nice person.
Okay. That's funny.
But all right, we got anything else?
I'm good if y'all are good.
All right, Conan Jones, hit us with the outro.
Thank you guys for listening very much. You can follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, iTunes, and Spotify at lowscalegaming. If you have a question or subject you want us to talk about on our next podcast, go ahead and leave us a tweet or email us at lowscalegaming@gmail.com.
Yay. All right, well, thank you guys very much for listening. All right, thank you guys again. And remember, have a great day and a better tomorrow.